I'm proud of him because a lot of things happen behind the curtains that people are not privy to, and I'm proud of his endurance, his understanding, and where God allowed him to be and where he is now spiritually. Like he's super and ultra positive. He can't control a lot of things that transpired, but he learned a lot as a young man.
Mm.
He learned a lot. You got to understand that was his first time cutting the umbilical cord that we had together, and he was out there on his own, and he had to do what he had to do, and he made it through the storms. And
Yeah.
I'm proud of him, man. As a father, I'm proud of him because I know.
The Cleveland Browns have reportedly made a move so bold it is shaking front offices across the league, an offer to Deion Sanders that would make him one of the highest-paid coaches in NFL history.
Who has always gotten the most out of Shedeur? It's Deion Sanders.
How you feeling? We're glad to have you. Are we taking care of you? You need anything? All right, let's have 12 play well today, right? All right, good to see you, man. Hey, guys, Jimmy. Good to see you all.
That Shedeur Sanders is a legitimate franchise quarterback. If you think he's the answer, then you hired Deion to be the coach.
And more than anything, if the Browns can't win, because we know that's this tough division to win in, Deion will make the Browns poppin'. So at least you'll win one battle. At minimum, you'll win the battle of fame. At minimum, you'll win the battle of excitement. And more than anything, you'll get what you need to get out of Shedeur.
This is not some random rumor that will vanish next week. This feels like a potential paradigm shift, a totally new way of thinking about coaching hires, quarterback development, and the power of family legacy in pro football. To really understand how big this is, we have to go back to where the story truly started. On the field, last Sunday. Before we dive all the way in, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, because stories like this do not get told honestly anywhere else. The Browns were in another ugly grind of a game. Offense stuck, frustration high. Then it happened. Deshaun Watson took a vicious shot. Helmet snapped back. Trainers on the field. Concussion protocol. Out. In an instant, the backup had to step in. First real NFL action. That backup was Shedeur Sanders, fifth-round pick, Coach Prime's son, the kid who had been sitting, waiting, watching.
Fifth-round pick.
With the 144th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Shedeur Sanders, quarterback.
As Shedeur strapped on his helmet and jogged onto the field, the entire football world stopped to watch. Coach Prime was not in Cleveland. He was in Boulder, running a youth football clinic, doing what he always does, coaching, teaching, smiling for cameras. Then his phone rang. His oldest son, Deion Jr., called him, screaming, "Shedeur is in! Shedeur is in!" And for once in his life, Deion Sanders did not have the words. The man who built an entire persona on supreme confidence and unshakable swagger, the man you almost never see crack emotionally, broke down. He later said he was crying so hard he had to ask his son to stop talking, to give him a minute to collect himself. This was not just a proud dad moment. This was years of work, sacrifice, long nights, early mornings, all crashing into one moment.
What I went through that season. Then my son, Shallow, came quite a bit, but Shedeur was there about every day. Every game Shedeur ever played in his life, I coached him. I had never been away from him. And he said, "Dad, I need you." He said, "Dad, I need you. I need you back." And I reconciled in my mind right there. I'm going to the game at Southern.
Coach Prime knows exactly what it takes to reach the NFL. Two-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to ever do it. Now he was watching his son take those first real steps on that same stage. For once, the cameras saw a side of Deion Sanders that is almost never public. Vulnerable, emotional, human. Now, let us be real. Shedeur did not come in and light up the box score in that game. He completed 4 passes, threw an interception, faced a tough Ravens defense that was blitzing, twisting, mixing coverages. They went after him. But numbers do not tell the whole story.
Shedeur he's a very impressive young man.
He's poised, he's calm, he's smart. You can tell that he's been raised by, really quite honestly, a Hall of Fame dad. It was. Look, we're going to get to know him even more over the course of the spring, but he's really impressive.
He did not look rattled. He understood what he was seeing. He played within himself. For a fifth-round rookie thrown into a live NFL game with zero prep, just holding his own mattered. Yet what happened on the field that Sunday was not the biggest part of this story. The real earthquake was happening behind closed doors in Berea. Multiple people close to the Browns front office started saying the same thing. Quiet at first, then louder, then everywhere. The Browns have explored offering Deion Sanders a contract that would put him among the highest-paid coaches in NFL history. We're talking Belichick numbers, Andy Reid-level money, a deal that screams, this is not just another coaching search, this is a total reset. And it is not just salary. The reported package includes full control over football operations, final say on draft picks, power over free agency, the authority to tear down and rebuild the organization around his philosophy. At the center of that vision, one name, Shedeur Sanders, as the franchise quarterback of the future. Your first reaction might be, no way, too crazy, clickbait. But look at the context. The Browns are in chaos, coaching staff on thin ice, front office under massive pressure. They have cycled through more quarterbacks than most fans can even remember. None have worked.
One of the funniest moments in the darn game after Shedeur took his helmet off after he made the tremendous scramble. It was like a Heisman-type play. And I went over and said, you cannot do that. You cannot take your helmet off. He said, Dad, it's personal. And I just laughed. I just bent over and laughed my butt off because it was in the moment and I was really upset. And he broke the monotony up with it's personal. So they really took it to heart, that whole theme of the week.
They have tried veteran names, rookie saviors, reclamation projects. Every angle, same ending, frustration, failure. They do not just need a solid coach and a decent quarterback. They need hope, something that makes people care again, something that breaks through the noise and gives Cleveland a reason to believe. Hiring Deion Sanders to coach his own son would do that instantly. Every Browns game would be appointment viewing. Every press conference would trend. Deion is a global brand. He pulls cameras wherever he goes. Whether you love him or hate him, you are watching. And Coach Prime has already cracked the door open himself. After Shedeur's debut, Deion talked to the media. He said he was proud his son got that opportunity because he knows what is happening behind the scenes, behind the struggle. That line should make every NFL executive listen. What does he mean, behind the struggle? What is going on that the public cannot see? Is there tension in the building? Is the coaching not helping Shedeur grow? Or is he hinting at something larger, his own future role in this journey? He also explained how he handles being both father and coach. He said before games, they walk down the sideline together, and in that moment, he's dad, saying the things only a father can say. Then, kickoff happens, and he flips the switch. Now, he's Coach Prime. No favorites, no shortcuts, just ball.
That's Shedeur. I see Shiloh and Bucky. So to all the boys, during the every day is something funny. Like Shedeur wants to know today, how did I feel about when he did the silent thing, to the media? Because every time he says something, they make something out of it. So he just ain't say nothing this time and just smile.
That was not random talk. That was a man laying out a system, a philosophy, a structure he has already tested at Colorado. He has been coaching his own son for years under a level of scrutiny most people would crumble under, and the program has bought in because he separated the roles. If he ever coached Shedeur in the NFL, that ability to keep father and coach apart would be crucial because the backlash would be instant. Critics would scream nepotism. Every rep Shedeur gets would be questioned. Every decision Deion makes would be analyzed like it came from a parent, not a coach. Every interception, every loss would become a talk show topic. The pressure on both would be suffocating. But here's the thing, they have already been living a version of that life. At Colorado, Shedeur played behind one of the worst offensive lines in college football. He still put up big numbers. Week after week, he got crushed, got up, kept throwing. He lived under a microscope because of his father, because of his last name, because every game came with cameras. He never went public with blame. He never hid. He just kept working. That is not a quarterback who folds under pressure. That is someone built for the grind. Still, the doubters keep talking, saying he's just hype, just a product of his dad's spotlight, not a true NFL guy. Coach Prime answered that head on. He said they keep trying to make Shedeur into someone else, but he is who he is. He is a Sanders. He meant it as a warning and a promise. Shedeur is not going to be another prospect, another name. He brings the full weight of that family name, and that is a strength, not a problem. Deion even talked about this upcoming draft class, confidently saying Quinn Ewers will not go ahead of Shedeur. Carson Beck will not either if he comes out. That is not just dad talk. That is a Hall of Famer who has watched tape on every top quarterback, who has studied their mechanics and decision-making, who believes his son is better. That opinion has weight, whether you agree with it or not. Now the biggest question. Would Deion really leave Colorado for Cleveland? On the surface, it seems crazy. He has built something huge in Boulder. Total control, total brand. He is the show. He recruits at an insane level. He just led Colorado to their best season in years. Heisman winner, national spotlight. Why walk away from that to coach in the NFL for one of the most dysfunctional franchises we have ever seen? Because Deion Sanders is a competitor. There is one thing he has not conquered yet: winning at the highest level as a coach, developing an NFL quarterback, proving his style works in the league. College success is great. The NFL is where legends cement legacies. If he truly believes he can take Shedeur to greatness and build a winning culture in Cleveland, he will at least listen. And do not forget his #1 priority, his sons. He has said it over and over. Everything he does is with their futures in mind. If he comes to believe that Cleveland is the best place for Shedeur, with the right money, the right roster, the right organizational promise, then the move becomes very real. The NFL offers something most college jobs never can: total alignment. Imagine Deion walking into Berea, head coach, personnel power, his staff, his culture. Shedeur installed as the starter, the entire offense built around his strengths: quick decisions, accuracy, timing, pocket control, movement when needed. No booster battles, no recruiting drama, no transfer portal chaos. Just one mission: build a winner. Together. Financially, the Browns are reportedly willing to pay at a level that puts Deion mixed to the best in the game. Reed, McVay, Peyton, that kind of bracket. That alone tells you this is not a normal coach chase. Cleveland can also offer real talent, an elite defense, stars like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward already in place, solid weapons on offense, cap space to go get more. Most coaches walk into a broken locker room with no pieces. This would be different. The foundation is there. It just needs the right leader and the right quarterback. That is attractive to someone like Deion, who has already shown he can flip a program fast. But we have to be honest, the risks are huge. Deion has 0 NFL coaching experience. College and NFL are not the same game. Managing a 53-man roster, working with veterans who have been in the league 10 years, dealing with cap rules, contracts, agents, it's another world. We have seen legendary college coaches come to the NFL and fail badly. Then there's the father-son factor. Hiring a coach specifically to lead his own kid, that would create a circus the NFL has never seen. Every decision would be picked apart. If it works, it's a Hollywood story. If it doesn't, it could damage both of their careers permanently. The stakes could not be higher. So here we are. The Browns are desperate. The league is watching. Deion Sanders is building a legacy in college. Shedeur Sanders is taking his first steps in the NFL. And somewhere in the middle of all that is a reported offer. Massive money, massive power, massive risk. What do you think? Should the Browns go all in on Coach Prime and Shedeur, or is this a gamble too big even for a broken franchise to make? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video, subscribe for more deep dives like this, because if this deal ever happens, the entire NFL will never be the same.